You didn't build a business because you wanted to spend all your time building a business. You probably built your business because you were already doing what the business does for someone else as an employee, and you realized somewhere along the line that you could make more money if you were doing it for yourself instead of doing it for someone else. The thing that you may not have realized is all of the other things that that person who is employing you is doing to facilitate that work. And what you may not have realized, and maybe you have now, is that by deciding you want to start your own business, you are signing yourself up for all of those other jobs, which is fine when you start, but not okay when you scale, right? $1 million, $2 million, $5 million in revenue, and all of a sudden you're the guy taking a sales call during family dinner or checking up on some sort of project when you're at your kid's baseball game, instead of being present in your life and owning a business. The business owns you. The common misconception is that the way to fix this is through your work, right? You do more work, you do better work, you do work faster, you do it cheaper, you get more clients, and that's gonna fix everything. But you get to a certain point, and you're probably close to this point, or at it if you're watching this video, where you can't outsell your problems anymore. You need to address them. And the main problem is that you're the engine of the business, right? You do everything for the business, and the business doesn't move without you being there, right? If you take a week-long vacation, you're getting a call about some sort of fire, or you're having to interact with a client, you can't just enjoy your vacation because the business doesn't run without you. You are the business. So the solution is to make it so that you don't have to be the whole business, right? I call the solution, or my version of the solution, the dial. I find most business owners actually do want to be involved in the work in some way, shape, or form, right? Like, you started the business because you enjoyed the work, but you don't want to run the whole business. You don't want the whole business to run out of your brain. So a dial allows you to choose how much or how little you're involved in the business. Maybe it's really involved if you want to be really involved. Maybe it's just a little bit involved. Maybe if you're a roofer, you want to get on the roof and you want to pound some nails. Totally cool. You can do that if the business runs without you there. If the business doesn't run without you there and you want to get on the roof and pound some nails, well, maybe you just missed a call and you just lost a $45,000 deal because you're on the roof instead of behind the desk. But if you've got all the systems and processes in place so that you know you've got an auto response system, you've got an automatic text back, you've got an office staff that has great processes for following up with people, then you miss that call, you don't even have to worry about it. You keep pounding your nails, right? You keep building your roof because the business is running without you. Or maybe even more importantly, you're spending a little bit more time with your kids, a little more time with your family. You're doing the things that you thought your business was going to bolster in your life. So here's the first step. I built a tool. It's down in the description below, and this tool helps you assess where you're at in terms of how much or little you need to be involved in your business, and then it helps you build a roadmap to become less involved in your business. I'm not selling you some sort of dream where you get to fire yourself and go on a beach and sip pina coladas, right? You're a business owner. You need to run the business. But if you want to run the business from the beach, this is a way that you could do it. Or if you want to sell this business anywhere in the future, if you want to pass this business down to your kids anytime in the future, these are the types of things that you need to be doing so that you have a business that's worth passing down, right? So that you're not selling someone a headache, because no one wants to buy a headache. You can't scale, you can't sell chaos, but you can scale systems. You can scale and sell a business that's built on systems that isn't built on your head. My name is Alec Langton from Noon Creative. I use technology in creative ways to help business owners save money and make more money. If you're interested in learning more, check the links in the description down below. Use that tool, it's completely free. Build yourself out a roadmap, and then come back here next week because we're going to talk a little bit about the first big problem that I see most business owners lose the most money on. We're going to deep dive into that problem, and we'll continue deep diving into every single problem until we've covered them all. And then ideally, you've got a business that you can scale, that you can sell, that runs without you having to be there constantly. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.